Hello, folks. Um, I was about to explain something to Lee live from New York City, but he just dropped off. Something happened, so he's going to have to rejoin. Uh,
I
Welcome,
like that, Brandon.
bienvenue, and le peuple du monde avec
Bonsoir tout le monde.
Brandon, avec Jean-Pierre,
Alright, now I can see you guys.
avec Jean et Charles, Lee, avec Eric. Okay, we have the whole range of the U.S. except for the West. But seriously, folks, we are looking at Busch Light, and we have Brandon and myself from Louisiana, and we have Jean H. Pierre, the Beer and TV Rambo from Alabama. We have wait, who is in this? Oh, we have up north. We have John and Charles in Indiana. We have Lee in the great city of New York, and we have Eric. And somebody needs to turn off their Facebook and their Google Plus so that it doesn't chime all night. And we have Eric from Massachusetts. Okay, well, this beer was introduced 27 years ago, 1989. And do you all know? Hey Lee, what's going on? Do y'all know?
I don't know.
Lee is going through some kind of meta phaser. Do y'all know what was interesting about this beer 27 years ago when it debuted? John Sharon probably has every single bottle and can from the last 27. He could probably show to us what was different about this light beer.
It come out 27 years ago.
Yeah, what was different about it then instead of now? Now, Eric, you're going to handle the echo problems if they develop.
I can't taste anything different between back then and now.
When it debuted, it was a packaged draft beer. It was cold filtered. It was not pasteurized, and that was what it was touted as a draft beer. It is no longer.
Well, let me go back on that. Didn't they make a Busch Light draft plus a Busch Light?
No. I was doing some research on the Busch website, which, by the way, folks, is pretty extensive, talking about the ingredients and the history of the beer, and they give a rundown of it, and they talk about, okay, some people had trouble finding this beer. Well, this could be part of it, even though it's one of the top 10 best-selling beers in America. When Busch came out in 1955, it was a regional brand. In 1979, it became a national brand. In 1989, with the popularity, I see Ryan is there, with the growing popularity of light beer, they introduced a Busch Light, but it was sold as a packaged draft, cold filtered beer. It says that very clearly on the website. Now,
hey, let me rephrase that. Yes, they did. They come out with a Busch Light draft can.
Draft can.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like one of those big things where you can tap it?
No, actually a 12-ounce can. That's what I thought. There was actually a beer can, 12-ounce can that come out called Busch Light Draft.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what it was called. When it first came out, Busch Light was called Busch Light Draft. And now it's just called Busch Light. Now, when it converted from a draft beer to a pasteurized beer, I don't know. Everybody, I presume, has had this, or possibly not.
I was really looking forward to this one because it's actually my first time having Busch Light. So I only having the regular Busch Light as a point of comparison without actually being able to compare, which is a little unfortunate. But I've consumed a lot of the regular Busch over the years. Just I said, well, Busch is already a very light beer. Why would I want to drink Busch Light? So it's been kind of I was kind of looking forward to tonight.
We're going to talk about that. First off, though, before we go on, I was talking to Lee Poznansky from New York, and he was saying he had trouble finding it in anything less than a 30-pack. And I said, well, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say about that. But I was telling him if he had asking him if he had ever been to Flair Beverages in New York. It's a very famous beer outlet, and I went there last year, and he said no, he hadn't heard of it. So I'm going to tell Lee where it is, and I said let's do that on air so other people who are watching might want to check out Flair Beverages. So if you go up to the very top of Manhattan, right? You know how Manhattan gets like narrow, it does like that. There's a bridge called University Bridge.
Is that near towards the Bronx, heading towards there? Or the other way, heading towards the Battery?
Right. And then right across the river is the Bronx. And that bridge, University Bridge, takes you to Fordham University, okay? So if you go right on the corner of that street, 10th Avenue, which is a very short avenue, and that bridge, there's a place called Flair Beverages, and there's a little parking lot. You can pull in there where I did, and I parked. And you go in there, and it's this huge place. I mean, it's huge. It's like a big grocery store, but it's only full of beer and soft drinks. And I don't know about hard liquor, but I guess it's not because I know that New York's strict about some kind of monopoly law. You can't have hard liquor sold with beer. But it's huge, and I bought all kind of stuff in there, and they have just an incredible variety, and I think you would be very impressed with it, Lee.
When I was up there, I'm sorry, Lee. When I was up there, I didn't see much Busch or Busch Light. So I saw a lot of Milwaukee's Best Light, a lot of Milwaukee's Best, and Milwaukee's Best Ice too.
Well, he was able to find Busch Light, but he could only find it in a 30-pack, and it was very expensive. It was like $19.99 for a 30-pack, and he wasn't too thrilled with that idea.
I wouldn't be either.
No.
Wow.
Now, so let's get into the examination. I was like John Sharon was. If there's any background noise, try to eliminate that. John Sharon was. Oh, there's Brian Shalkey. Well, we got a whole big group of people tonight. John Sharon, I would see him drinking Busch Light, and I was always thinking, why is he drinking this? Like, not saying anything, but thinking it. Like, he really loves this beer. So I bought the 12-pack at Walmart for $8. It's actually going up in price because a couple of months ago it was $7.64. And I started drinking it, and the more I started smelling it and tasting it, I said to myself, you know, this beer really does have some qualities, but they're so narrow and small, right? So if you're a bull in a china shop, you're not going to pick them up. So you really got to sit down and think on it while you drink on it, right? You agree with that, John?
Yeah, 100%.
But if you drink on it and think on it, you might be surprised. I did that yesterday. You notice I made that long 20-something minute video about Old English 800.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was really trying hard to, and I was finding all these things that the brewer was talking about. So it was really interesting to do that video, and I was worried that people had hated it because it was so long. But everybody was saying, oh, you should make them long like that.
I enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I mean, I thought it was a good video.
I'll go back and watch it.
I'm glad you liked it. I think I might do that once a month, like as part of the Malt Liquor Project. And Maria Devon, who's not here tonight, she was telling me, give the people what they want. Because I said, Maria, these people keep clamoring for malt liquor videos. They're like, do a malt liquor video, do a malt liquor video. And she said, give them what they want. Is anybody on
People what they want.
Yeah, right. So if they want me to make endless Old English 800 malt liquor videos, well, okay, well, they're fun to make anyway. I mean, I could drink it every day. I don't get bored with it. But Busch Light, I'm looking on Tap Into Your Beer, and they're saying it uses water, corn, rice, or dextrose syrup, barley malt, hops, hop extract, malt extract, and yeast. So they're using a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's barley malt and malt extract, hops and hop extract, and rice or possibly corn, but maybe not necessarily both at the same time. Okay. Brian, you were able to get some Busch Light? Uh-oh, Brian's got his little chronic audio difficulties there.
Reboot.
Yep, reboot. Okay. Jeff Lyons told me I have a very thick Southern drawl. He said, but my daughter sounds like she's from Ohio. I don't think I have a thick Southern drawl, but then a lot of times I will catch myself saying things. So you will have to evaluate that. Lee, you have a certain New York accent.
Like Italian?
Mafioso.
I don't know about Italian, but New York.
Well, I work in an Italian catering hall, so.
Okay.
If you get my drift.
Yeah. Well, I don't say too much because they got those ice bullets. Hey, but and dumpsters. Hey, but let's look at the beer before we cause too many problems. We'll go south to north. We don't really have any west. Brandon, you're drinking. I'm going to talk about Busch Light, and then what are you drinking, Brandon?
I'm having the regular Busch.
So you kind of ride along with me because, regular Busch is 4.3. This is 4.1. Basically looking at almost an identical product, which is a mystery in a way. You know what I mean? But the head wasn't much. There's a little lacing. It's straw appearance. It's bubbly. It's like every lager you ever saw in your whole life. Adjunct lager. The aroma, now this is where it gets interesting, and some people are rolling their eyes watching this and saying they're crazy, those are sickos, they think Busch Light is interesting. We do think it's interesting. There's a sweetness, and you pick up something, but I don't know what it is. It's a like a little spiciness. What do you think, Brandon?
As far as the aroma for the regular Busch, it's that typical. I find it's a typical American adjunct lager smell. I mean, you get the grain, you get some of the adjunct, but it's also not very overpowering. It's there. I mean, it has to me that classic beer smell that I used to smell when I was growing up. That sort of thing. Which I mean, it's right on point there.
And people oftentimes will ask me, what should I drink? Should I pick Hams or Old Milwaukee? I say, well, that's a tie. I mean, it's almost always a tie. It's like,
no, Old Milwaukee.
Just pick whatever's cheaper. I mean, it's not going to be that. It'll be different, but it'll be so. So the differences would be so minimal, it wouldn't matter. So let's go into the. Let's let them go. We'll go down the line and let them talk about the aroma now. Jean.
Well, the aroma is nothing really special. It's just it smells like your standard, light lager. Look, and to me, I don't see any difference between this and regular Busch to me.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel, how I look at it, really. And it's like I said, just your standard, standard lager.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I'm going with the sandwich.
Hey, Brian, can you talk now? I mean, I know you can talk, but I mean, can we hear you? You got any suggestions?
Hey, I'll just say, just keep rebooting the computer. That's all.
You like it, Brian? You want to give us a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down if you hate it? He likes it. Yeah. He likes it. He likes it.
I think he likes it.
Mikey likes it.
Brian likes it. All right. Good, Brian. Not that he's required to like it. All right. Going up to Indiana, and we're going to go everywhere. Charles and John, y'all have a lot of experience drinking Busch Light, no?
Yeah, we do. Yes, we occasionally drink one or two every night. But you got to realize, in 2015, this was the seventh selling best beer in the nation at $844 million in 2015.
Is that the latest stats, John, or?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I haven't seen that, and I refuse to pay that website to get that information.
No, yeah. So that's the latest stats on this beer. But to me, I mean, I drink a lot of Miller Lite. I drink an occasional Bud Light. But to me, the Busch Light, I think you get a little bit more hop in it. You get a little bit more malt in it, but I also get almost, I might throw this out there, and you guys are going to go, roll your eyes, Jay. I get like a little bit of a lemony taste almost to this beer.
That's what I was about to say. I pick up a lemon in the aroma even.
And the lemon, a little bit of a lemony in the aroma, and also the taste of this beer. But I think that's for this beer. I mean, it's not the best selling beer, but it's not the worst selling beer. But I think if you take in contents of what you're getting out of this beer, this should be a better selling beer than what it is.
Mm-hmm. About the sales, well, wait a minute now. Number 7 in the whole United States, year after year after year. That's no joke, you know.
They sold. Hang on, just a second. Let me look here.
Got the whole numbers? Got the whole ranking?
They sold 56,008 cases on an average of $15.07 a case.
56 million.
56 million. I'm sorry, 56 million at an average price of $15 a case. So it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, they don't spend any money on promotion, so all they're doing is producing it, packing it, putting it on the shelf, and people are buying it like crazy. Same thing with Bud Ice. And
well, you got to look at this year's NASCAR, which Bud does no longer sponsor now. You're looking at Busch now sponsors a NASCAR. So
yeah, they're getting back into that.
That they've sponsored a NASCAR. So
yeah, that was a good idea. What do you think about it, Charles?
You know, for the style of beer, it's a light beer. Just like Brandon says, you know, it smells like beer. It's not off-putting in any way. It's got a good, clean, crisp taste. It's got a good bite, like a good soft drink. It's one you have to drink it cold. But all in all, it's, you know, it's for the price point, and that's what they're after with this demographic is, you know, some folks can go spend $20 for a bottle of beer, some folks can't. So
yeah,
you know, it's good. It's a good drinker.
That's their whole marketing campaign, right? It's like a beer for people that want to be really tight about it, or have to be tight about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the new labels have the big arrow saying "Here's to the working man" or something like that.
you know, I didn't realize the other day that until you said something, and you know, there's no reason to lie about it. We drink a lot of Busch Light. I didn't realize the other day you said something about they took the freaking thermometer thing off of it.
They recently did that in the last month.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, can you hear us now?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Hey, there he is.
Thank you.
Now?
Yep, we're good. Just stay right there, Brian.
Don't move to the right or the left. Brian, what do you think about Busch Light? Do you drink it a lot, or have you ever drank it before?
Oh, he froze.
Keep spooking me out.
Yeah, you keep appearing many times, but before you get knocked off again for whatever bizarre reason, have you ever had this beer before?
I've had it a couple of years ago. I haven't had it. I had a hard time finding it. They just have Busch, regular Busch, except for the 30 packs.
Yeah. What do you think about this beer? You like it?
I just left. He's coming back up. Okay.
I think you did like it.
That's all right. He gave us a thumbs up. He's got technical issues, but we can't hold up the circus for it. This is sort of a circus, but it's a fun circus. Okay, now, so, well, you know, really, frankly, these beer examinations are fun to do. They're not anything to get stressed out over.
No. And, you know, a lot of people do these examinations or other kind of examinations, and I've noticed I've watched over the last month or so, a lot of people have technical difficulties doing these things.
Oh,
One person gets kicked off, one person stays on, or one person gets on, another person gets kicked off. So
it is so common.
yeah,
And do you remember last year or a year before how bad the echo problem was across the board? Everybody was having trouble. It didn't matter what they did. Now, going up to, we're going to go to New York, and then we're going to Massachusetts. Lee, you're drinking the Crucifix to the Vampire. Show the world. Got people that's going to jump off bridges when you show this.
Oh, no! I got to jump!
if I had a razor blade, I'd slit my wrist right now.
How could this man come on the air? Now,
Jump off.
you heard our descriptions of this beer, Lee. How does what you're drinking stack up to this?
I've never had Busch Light, to be honest, because apparently I can't really find it. So I really don't have anything to compare it to. But from what you guys are saying, I kind of want to go to the beer distributor and just pick up a 30-pack because it sounds like something I would like. Because I like Bud Light, so.
Well, if you like Bud Light, I think you're really going to enjoy this because I think it's a lot more malt and hop forward than your Bud Light.
Yeah, that's what caught me.
Yeah, Bud Light is okay, and I drink it quite often when I'm working at bingo and all of that. But I find Bud Light has sort of a flat taste. I don't mean it's flat like it's not carbonated, but the taste is flat and neutral, and I think they do that for mass consumption. Whereas Busch Light has a little bit more character. And you know, your Bud Light drinkers, you know what they're going to say. It's nasty because they'll take the character as nasty because they won't give it a chance, right?
Yeah.
Brian's got cans. I have bottles. I think the new labels are really sharp. They have changed the label, and it looks nice. It's got
my label, 25
red
ounce
on it. The slightest little.
It's almost like a Coors Light with the mountains.
Yeah. I haven't seen any mountains in St. Louis, frankly.
What was the commercial? They used the music of Leonard Skinner.
Wait. Eric, you got to.
Echo.
I think Eric pinpointed it. Yes, it's Brian. Brian, you're echoing bad. You might want to put on some either.
I don't think that was Eric. I think that was John, wasn't it?
It was Brian echoing. You might need to turn down his speaker. But anyway, they show mountains, and it's comical because there's no mountains in St. Louis, especially with snow on the top. I don't know where that's coming from, but
I guess I've never really noticed that.
Yeah, head to the mountains of Busch. Well, if you go to St. Louis, you'll see some very unimpressive hills. I guess you could say that, or you could go head to the riverfront or something. But now off to Massachusetts. Eric, what do you and your friend think about this beer? Have y'all had it before, Thomas Meadow?
Oh no. Thomas Meadow froze up.
No, you're not frozen, but we can't hear you either. Can you all imagine this happening tonight on this great beer review?
I was going to show him. I was going to show him a can here in a minute, but apparently he can't hear us.
Okay, but anyway, Eric, you might have to reboot. It's a crazy night.
I actually rebooted before we got on here, so.
Yeah, I'll say this. In Louisiana, Busch is the king. I mean, everybody has Busch beer in the quart. I was doing some research yesterday, some field research, let's call it. I saw Busch beer in quarts, 22-ounce bomber bottles. All of a sudden, like everybody wants to sell bomber bottles again for whatever reason. I saw Busch beer in the 25-ounce cans, which are so common. You know those. I saw Busch in the 30-packs, the 18-packs, the 20-packs, the 6-packs, the 12-packs.
If you go to Mississippi, Jay, they're in like 22-ounce bottles, in around Pascagoula and Moss Point.
Yeah, right. I saw these 22-ounce bottles. I couldn't get over it. And I saw Bud Ice in the 22-ounce bottle, which is clear. But then if you drop down 4 ounces to 18 ounces, it's a brown bottle.
See, we can get the big cans like Jean's got. We can get 12 packs, and 30 packs, but that's all I've ever seen it in. I've never seen a 6-pack of Busch Light around here.
Oh yeah.
Unless Chuck has, have you? Maybe with the bridge. Bridge, I mean, that'd be about it, yeah.
Now, as far as Busch Light, around here, all we get is 12 packs.
Yeah.
Cans or bottles. And then we get the Busch Signature Copper Lager in the 12 packs. And we get Busch Non-Alcoholic in the 6-pack cans because Busch Non-Alcoholic is only sold in cans.
Yeah.
And we do not get
Does
Busch
anybody
Ice.
hear me? Oh, there's my voice. Woo.
Yes, we do not get Busch Ice, sad to say. That is a whale. Okay, Eric, have y'all had Busch Light before?
I have had the Busch regular beer a number of times. Some guys in the band I used to be in used to really drink the Busch beer. I've not had the Busch Light until just recently. I bought a 12-pack. To me, really, I'm getting a big like apple cider, apple juice kind of a quality. Really, it doesn't have really a whole bunch of carbonation. The head really died down quickly. It just kind of has a flat, thin, watery kind of a taste. I don't get really much out of it, but it's not, to me, offensive in any way. Just don't get a whole bunch out of the beer.
And what is your friend's name again?
Ryan.
Oh, sorry. Ryan, what do you think about it?
I'll agree with what Eric just said there at the end. It's not offensive. I think I've had it before. I've had the Busch beers before. And I don't know. I think it's okay. It has a citrusy kind of taste to it. I don't know much about beer.
It's okay.
It's kind of a goal of mine over the next year or so to become more, learn about beer more. But so that's all I have to say, really.
It's a fun thing to do, learn about beer, and then some of the beer fans will tell you you're an idiot. And they'll make you give up and go back to drinking Bud Light because they don't know how to talk to people. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
You got people that want to learn, and they'll say something like, they'll get on a beer group, and they'll say, oh, I was trying this new beer. I bought it at the store, and it was really good. It's called Schlitz. And then they'll say, you're an idiot. You're a moron. And then they'll be so discouraged, they won't go back to try anything new, which is kind of craziness, Okay,
If I
I'm
can
running out of beer, so I have to get a refill. I need y'all's advice.
So if I can take a second, I'd like to show Eric a beer can.
Yes, but can I get some advice before you do that?
No, you can't, Jay, because you rolled your eyes at me, damn it.
Uh-oh.
No, go ahead, buddy. I'm just kidding with you.
I only figuratively rolled my eyes. I never literally did it.
I just give you a hard time.
Should I go get a bottle of Busch Light or a bottle of Busch Signature Copper Lager?
Copper lager.
Copper lager.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could get that beer, but we can New England.
Okay, Eric, I want to show you something, buddy. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we got on our group chat. We talking about Schlitz, right? You said Schlitz Light.
Yes.
So I'm gonna show you a Schlitz Light can that you'll probably never ever see again.
Oh.
It's a 10-ounce can.
Oh, that's from like 1975.
Oh, cool.
James Coburn, the actor, used to promote Schlitz, and George Burns.
It's a 10-ounce can.
Well, I guess anything's light when you drink it in 10 ounces, right? I guess.
Unless it's John Courage Russian Imperial Stout.
They do not make Schlitz Light anymore, right? Only thing they make is Schlitz, right?
Yeah, Schlitz Light was discontinued.
What, do they only make the Schlitz Gusto, I think it is. I think it's
Yeah, Schlitz Light was discontinued in 2010. The only thing they make now, they don't even make Schlitz in the 40-ounce bottles anymore.
No, it's 12-ounce bottles
2011.
in 6-packs.
Yeah, they make the, that's right. The only Schlitz beers they have now is Schlitz, the original, which is not really original. It's only from 2007. They make Schlitz. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
They make Schlitz original malt liquor, the Schlitz Red Bull from 1984. They make the Schlitz Ice Bull from 1994, which is extremely strong and will knock you out. Oh, yeah, look at that, Brandon. And they make the Schlitz VSL, the Gold Bull from 2005, that will really knock you out.
That's too sweet for me. I had it.
We can't get none of that up here. Only thing we can get is regular Schlitz. We can't even get Blue Bull up here anymore.
I know I'm going to have to take care of you because I went to Valero yesterday and they had 40-ounce bottles of Schlitz Original Blue Bull, but they were so out of date. I said, this is a joke. So I'm going to have to try to find you some fresh Schlitz. Now, Brandon, that Gold Bull, it's 8.5% alcohol. Another strong, and this is nothing to do with what we're talking about today, another really strong malt liquor is the Colt 45 High Gravity, which is 8.5. And our friend Jeff Lyons was posting a photo of that on the one of our Facebook groups, and he said he was drinking it the other night. And I said, wow, that's a knockout. He said, sure is. Yep, there's.
I've actually got 2 in my refrigerator right now that we can actually. It actually started distilling around here.
All right, Brian, you got a can. Cool.
Yeah,
pull that can down. Bring that can down.
That's the previous label.
The Colt 45 High Gravity we get here.
That's the old label.
Okay.
The new label's gold and black and gold.
Yeah, with a bull on it.
Yeah, no red.
Yeah.
Not a bull, a buck and bronco.
Well, okay, whatever. Yeah.
Well, hey, when Jeff had it, it was perfect for that day when it was snowing. It was brutally cold and up in New Hampshire, so I guess that kept him warm.
Welcome to New England. It happened. It was in negative 12 degrees on Saturday. Today it was in the high 40s. Go figure.
That's not too bad.
Hey, but Jay, you know what you did wrong yesterday on your review, buddy?
What?
You didn't tap the can.
Well, but I tapped the bottle with the label out. Hey, but yeah, but he said that Colt 45 High Gravity really worked well in that extremely cold weather. It was kind of depressing and snowing, and he said that, and I said, oh yeah, we can't get that here. We can get it in Florida. The only high gravity malt liquors we can get here is Hurricane, of course, which is 8.2. That'll get you.
To me, Hurricane's the best out there by far.
Mood.
I tell you what.
Yeah, you're right, John. You're right, Jean. You're right, Jean.
I really enjoy the Colt 45 High Gravity. I mean, we can get the high gravity Hurricane right here, but I think the Colt 45s is just a little bit more smoother, drinkable than that one.
Yeah, Brandon Burrill is right. We get the Natty Daddy 8%. We get the Icehouse Edge 8%. We get the Hurricane High Gravity 8.2. That's about it. Brian, what are you drinking now?
It's still a Busch Light.
Oh, good.
But I'll tell you what, though, Jay and John, I really enjoy the St. Ides, and there's only one place in Louisville that I've ever found a bottle of St. Ides.
No, I can't get that. Natty Daddy has discontinued in this. What are you saying?
In this area. I'm sorry. Discontinued in this area. My bad. Earlier. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
area.
They tried selling the 6% Natty Daddy, and that went over like a lead balloon.
Yeah, it didn't sell well. It didn't sell well at all. So
that was a very fun.
I figured out what it was. Hey, how y'all like this amber color, huh? Wouldn't you love to be drinking this right now? This Bach beer, this 5.7% Bach beer. Those roasted malts. Well, final question. And we're sorry people had difficulties tonight with technology, but that happens in this very early stage of the internet that we're in. Would you buy Busch Light again? I certainly would buy it again, but then, of course, I would just buy the signature copper lager since it's the same exact price after all. Brandon, would you buy it again? Oh, wait, you never had it.
I never had it, so that's going to have to be something I'll do on my own when I get the chance. So I'd like to try it, but I never have tried it yet.
Right. Brian, would you buy it again?
I'll buy it again. I buy regular Busch regularly, but I haven't had this, so it really doesn't taste that much, not too much different. It's pretty close. Actually, I don't think I liked it the first time, but I think I like it now. You know, sometimes your tastes change. I think it just has a better taste to me now.
Yeah,
Really not.
it's really pleasant. I mean, that beer, that light beer there. If I was going to drink light beer, Busch Light would be one of the ones I would grab for.
I think it has more taste than the Michelob Ultra.
Oh,
By far, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. On that.
but I bet you'll never go to a golf course and see anybody selling or drinking Busch Light.
No.
Now,
I had a joke, but never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
Jean,
Maybe John Daly would have Busch Light. Everybody else would be having more Michelob Ultra.
yeah. Now, Jean, would you buy this beer again?
Yeah, I would buy this again. And like I said, it's a nice little beer to have. You know, April, you're out in the backyard doing something, whatever, just hanging out. Yeah, I would buy this again. I bought this before. You know, yeah, I would buy this again.
Okay.
Without question.
Okay. Now, going up north, Lee can't comment because he's never had it, but I think now he's tempted to go buy the 30-pack so he could do a video.
Yeah.
Do y'all think Lee will be sorry if he buys the 30-pack, or will he be?
No, I don't.
No comment.
I mean, you think about. Let me be honest here. Let's talk about price point. So where I live, I mean, it's $15.96 a 30-pack, or you buy Miller Lite, or you buy Bud Light at $15.97 a 24-pack. So price point, what are you going to buy?
The 30-pack, right?
The 30-pack is the only option, which is $19.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to go wrong, Lee. I mean, if you don't like it, I'll send your money.
Like it's just something to have late night. You know, you're tired and you just
Late night? Hell, I have one before 4 o'clock every day, Gene.
4 o'clock. Well, you know, just something like, you know, say, let me just grab something out of the refrigerator and just, you know, chug. You know, like I said, as a standby beer. That's what it is.
Yeah, right. A standby beer. That's
Cool.
Hey, Eric and Nate. Nate, what am I saying? I'm drinking this signature copper lager. Eric, I'll get it to
Eric and Ryan. And now,
Eric and Ryan.
probably would not buy this beer again, even though it's not unpleasant. There's just not a whole bunch going on. Like I just said on the little chat message window there, I would probably buy Milwaukee's Best Premium. In this kind of a price range, I would definitely buy Milwaukee's Best Premium. I would definitely buy Jenny Cream Ale before this beer. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just pretty thin and watery and unattractive. But again, that could just be more or less that sort of the style that this beer is. But for me, there's not enough going on to warrant me buying it again, personally. But what do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I would probably buy it again on a win, with no particular care for what beer I was buying. But I'd be interested to go to the Anheuser-Busch factory and see how they make their beer, to see if it's really. I know the craft beer wave is sweeping the nation. I'd like to see how different the huge corporation is compared to the little guys. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's unattractive, not as good, don't know. You guys.
I think the main thing you'll notice is that it's very automated and standardized. Like, they do everything like according to this algorithm, right? So it's like, boom, boom, boom. They just say, okay, now we're gonna make Busch Light, and they just follow that process. Boom, 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 and it comes out like it's supposed to come out. Then they say, now we're gonna make Hurricane High Gravity's 8.2%. Or 2%, and then it comes out. So you're going to find that it's very automated, and you'll see thousands and thousands of bottles. Like when I went to the Anheuser-Busch brewery in Houston, when I was there that morning, they were making Bud Ice, and it was just like you just couldn't believe all these 40-ounce bottles of Bud Ice. It was just thousands and thousands and thousands of 40-ounce clear bottles of Bud Ice for Houston. It was incredible, you know. It was just incredible. And then I I was able to go up to the laboratory where they were testing the beer. Imagine this job, right? So they have these machines and they're shaking the beer like, and they're looking at it on the computer, you know, and they're testing all the different components of how it's supposed to be, and then of course they're going to have to go up to the tasting room later and they're going to taste it, right? And they're going to do like we're doing, examining it. They're going to say, does this Busch Light smell and taste the way it's supposed to? And they'll say, yeah, it does, or whatever. But so I think you would find it very fascinating to go to a brewery tour, whether it's macro or micro, really.
Yeah, I'm totally down on doing that another Anheuser-Busch tour with you if you're planning to do this summer.
Oh, you want to do that? You want to do that Brewmasters tour? That it's $25, but it's awesome, man.
Sounds like a good time.
Oh, it's a real good time when the tour is over. Because they just go hog wild, like saying, because they're like enthusiastic, right? So I'm sitting at their bar and they're like, try this, try that, try this, try that. The girl's like, well, we can only give you 5. She said, but.
Jay, did they? I'm sorry.
Try this, try that, try that. Huh?
I'm gonna say, Jay, did they offer you any King Cobra or Hurricane?
Well, they didn't really want to get into that subject area, but they did offer a Colto on draft. Oh no, I'm sorry, in bottles. But they had Land Shark on draft, and I had never had Land Shark lager on draft.
Jimmy Buffett, yeah.
It's better on
Jimmy
draft
Buffett.
than a bottle.
Jimmy Buffett.
The Jimmy Buffett beer, yeah.
Man, I tell you what, that was one of
Drunk every summer in Maine.
that was one of the funnest, or how do you say that word? That was one of the most exciting and interesting tours I ever took because it lasted, you know, like an hour and a half, and the girl was telling me, well, we're not supposed to go to this area, but oh well, my daddy works here. We can go over here. And so she was telling me all.
You got to vet this, and because you're in with the click there, that's why.
What? What did you
You're
say?
in with the click there. That's why you get to go behind them areas that nobody else can go.
I'm on their payroll.
Click, buddy.
That's what people think, but that's not the truth. I'm sure anybody could go there at the 10:30 a.m. tour, and you're probably going to be the only one on the tour, and they'll probably do the same thing for you. But anyway, let's end this examination by saying this. Let's say you walked into a beer store and they had a 30-pack of Coors Extra Gold. Would you buy that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice,
I
extra
want
gold.
extra gold.
I'm actually trying to get some extra gold as we speak.
Haven't had it since 1999.
Never even
This is
seen
the
that.
most fascinating part of this whole examination process. The best beer Miller makes, nobody can get it. The best beer Coors makes, nobody can get it. And the best beer Anheuser-Busch makes, nobody can get it. I mean, it makes no sense.
Tell us what it
I've
is.
had the best beer Anheuser-Busch makes. Well, I think I've had the best beer.
Okay, here it is, Busch Copper Lager. Nobody can get it.
I can get it.
Never can't get it.
Yeah,
They discontinued it in my area.
you can get it. Paul Aubert can get it.
What's Miller?
The best beer Miller can make is Red Dog, and about 11 people in America can buy that beer.
Every now and then it's in a 30-pack at our local wines and more. Every now and then.
I don't know if I saw it up in Jersey when I was home for Christmas. I didn't really look.
The best beer Coors makes is Extra Gold, and no one can get it.
Can't get that either.
Yeah, I see. Go ahead, show it to me. I can't get it. I haven't been able to get it for 2 years.
4 bottles of Red Dog, buddy.
I've never even seen that before.
Yeah.
It's really sickening, you know, because here's a beer, right?
Roll your eyes at me, Jay. Damn it. Plank Road.
I'm going to roll my eyes at my misfortune because think about Red Dog. That beer, they use 5 different hop varieties. They use like a variety of malts. They take all this time. It's a great beer. It has such a great flavor. Oh, yeah, National Bohemian, no joke. And National Bohemian Ice. Now try to get that one now.
Hey, Jay.
That Red Dog is so good for a mass-produced lager, and you can't get it. Gosh, you
Jay,
can't.
I've got plenty, so if you want one, you can have one.
I'm not desperate about it or anything. I'm just irritated about it. I've had it. I've lived the Red Dog life. But
I when we first come out.
it's sad because It's like, why do these companies not make their best stuff available? There's no sense to it.
Wasn't there one called Red Bull too? There's a Red Dog, and what was the other one? There's another red one out too.
Oh, yeah, Red Wolf.
Red Wolf. Yes, Red Wolf. Yeah.
Oh, that was a jewel. I used to eat Mexican food and drink Red Wolf, and that was a jewel.
Yeah.
That bombed. They used to have commercials on TV. That beer bombed. That was a really red beer. Baltimore. You know, Brian and I talk on Facebook a lot about Baltimore or Baltimore. Now,
Be more.
Brian. Hey, look.
Yes.
Baltimore is one of the few places in America I can buy 40-ounce bottles of Schaefer beer.
Schaefer's a classic.
Schaefer, I love it.
That's a Jersey thing. I was down the shore 2 years ago, 2014, with my mom. Coming up, this summer, 2 years ago. 30 packs of Schaefer's everywhere in Wildwood, New Jersey.
I've never had
that beer.
I'd love to have one.
Nice.
I used to buy Schaefer at the local grocery store in 1997. I used to buy 24 packs. You know, they call them the suitcase. Those were called the Weekender. They were called the Weekender. And they were $7.98 for a 24 pack.
Wow.
Wow.
Can you still buy them down there, Jay?
Legendary beer.
That beer was so good. Now, people will tell me, you drink beer, you're an alcoholic. I say, no, I'm not an alcoholic. But if I was going to be, I'll probably just drink Schaefer all the time, but I can't get it. But
Can you not get it down there, Jay?
I can get Schaefer Light.
I saw Schaefer Light.
Well, that's all I'm worried about is light. So.
Oh, I can get you a whole nice suitcase of Schaefer Light, sir.
Okay.
Are you going to make a video?
Yes, I will.
Okay, now.
I got plenty of ideas to make videos with.
You're going to love Schaefer Light. It's kind of like Busch Light. It's got a lot of intricacies. Now, I'm going to show you one more thing before we close this out. So get ready. I bought this on U.S. Highway 40 in Baltimore. I was very scared when I went into this place, but I figured if I die, at least I'm going to have this in my hand. Now,
You know,
it
I got my buddy
exists.
here. Oh, go ahead.
This beer exists.
Oh.
Whoa.
What?
What's that? Bow Ice? Bow Ice? What's that?
Well, you know, National Bohemian, the famous Baltimore beer. This is Natty Boh Ice, baby.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's nice. Only in Baltimore they sell it, right?
Oh, well, I don't even know. If you get on the Pabst website, it doesn't even exist. But I wrote an email to Pabst, and they said, oh, yeah, it exists. I said, I know I'm drinking it. But, so you could,
You're near Baltimore.
look, I feel your jealousy. I feel your envy. But, but anyway, I could show you that can of Schlitz Ice, but, hey, anyway, this was a really fun examination, don't y'all think?
Yeah. Does Walgreens not sell their Big Flats Ice anymore?
It discontinued, and I'm glad they did. That thing was horrible.
Damn, I never got to try the ice, so that's the whole thing before they discontinued.
I never
What?
had ice.
They made a Big Flats Ice?
Yeah.
No, a light.
No, they made an ice too, Big Flats Ice. Look it up. Don't shake your head at me, Jay. I'm telling you, buddy, Big Flats Ice.
No, I'm shaking my head because I'm thinking if somebody was an alcoholic, you could cure them by just saying, now you got to only drink Big Flats. Oh,
You never had a hard anger, buddy.
they would stop drinking alcohol so fast they would just be, oh, yeah.
Hey, Charles come down one day with a bunch of that beer 30 light. And I'm going to tell you, dude.
I cannot put that around here.
Terrible.
Hey, guys, what was that picture somebody sent of a beer that's being sold at Walmart? I saw from the Winery Exchange. It was something called
Trash garbage.
There's the Winery Exchange does not sell Walmart beers.
Brian, I did have that National Bohemian Premium, and I have a bottle of it. I bought it on a U.S. Highway 1 at a local liquor store in Maryland. I even remember the store.
Got the name.
So, yeah, I've had the National Premium. Yes. Okay, well, anyway, that's enough banter and whatnot. But, yeah. Hey, folks, if you want to do a year-long series of horrendous beers to drink, get Winery Exchange beers. You will be thoroughly disappointed.
Let's we go off here. I've drank a few of their beers. I've really enjoyed them.
What? Who?
Some
What?
of them are completely terrible. But, John, you can get on their webpage and see what beers they make, or get on Rate Beers, see what beers they make. But I tell you what, I've had a few of them that's been really enjoyable, and some of them has just been totally freaking crap.
Oh, I drank
But
that.
they mainly make beers for like discount stores and Kroger and other stores like that. So that's mainly what they service.
It's a depressing, horrible farce.
That's not for me.
Yeah, well, stay away from that stuff, folks. Believe me, if you went to Texas and bought Frio Light, and then you drank Busch Light, you would think Busch Light is 100 out of 100. I'm telling
Buy
you.
Lone Star Light, you'll do better.
What?
I say just buy any Lone Star product, you'll do better. Exactly.
Oh, Lone Star is 100 out of 100 compared to Frio Light.
You know, we get Long Star around here. If anybody wants to do a review on it sometime, let me
I
know.
might be able to get a single. Yes, sir.
I've never seen Lone Star in Louisiana in my life. Okay.
I'll get you one, Jay.
All right.
Okay, thanks, folks, for watching this video production. Y'all come on down to a whole lot of different states. Louisiana, Alabama, Maryland.
Go Bruins, go Patriots, go.
And I guess we'll see you in about 6 weeks.
Yeah, y'all are making a road trip on.
Right, yes, sir. You are going there.